Josh, how's the mood amongst the group this morning? Not the result you were after?
Obviously not the result we wanted, no. But the season's still alive, and yeah, we're just sitting out of the 8, so 3 more games to go. But no, the group's still got the belief that we can make finals, and we'll hold strong this week. We've got all our meetings and stuff tomorrow, so we'll go through probably that last half, that last quarter, and yeah, get a gauge on, I suppose, what happened, and then yeah, move on to training this week, and looking forward to the challenge against Carlton.
Are you getting frustrated at the lack of supply you're getting?
As a forward, obviously, yeah, you do get a bit frustrated at the lack of supply, but you know, we have been able to make, I suppose, the most of our opportunities with what we've been getting. But yeah, we've been trying to work on ways to obviously get a bit more supply, because we've got guys up forward with Jack, Lecker, Cripper, these guys who can kick some goals. So we, yeah, it's obviously been disappointing that we can't, but you just got to deal with what you get.
Do you have a conversation, Josh, with the midfielders and sort of say, hey guys, any chance we can get a little bit more, because we're putting the score on the board? But obviously when you don't get it and you're being beaten by double figures in the inside 50 count, it obviously would be frustrating.
Yeah, obviously it's for a whole group, you know. It's from transition from backline to from clearances to stoppages to us as forwards trying to turn the ball back over and get it back inside 50. So there's a whole range of different things. It's not just the mids. So we go through everything like that. But yeah, it's us, I suppose, as a group as a whole, trying to work together to get more supply.
Have you been able to put your finger on what it is in those last quarters, up by 14 yesterday and then down by 8? Simo, a couple of weeks ago, touched on the fitness. Is that you feel amongst the players, the fitness isn't quite there as it was with it?
Personally, I don't believe it's fitness. No, it's not fitness. And as a group, I don't think we think it's fitness. It's yeah, it's probably just going to those last quarters where we've had the lead at 3/4 time, and teams have come out and gone for it, and we just weren't able to handle their momentum. So that's something that we've been trying to work on. But you know, key moments in the game, probably in that last quarter, St Kilda were just better than us, and that's a fact. Yeah.
You say the opposition come out in that last quarter and go for it. You sort of maybe need the players to be a bit braver then and take the game on in the last quarters?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're always trying to do that. We're always trying to get on the front foot, I suppose, like every other team. But like I said before, it's just probably the key moments, and St Kilda played better than us, and they got the result.
The Saints obviously feel like there's troubles for you in the final quarter. I think Jack Steele after the game mentioned that they sort of felt that they were in the game at 3/4 time because of the history of the Eagles in final terms.
Yeah, well, they're only 3 points behind, so they're always in the game. Yeah, look, and that's a fact. We've had some pretty bad last quarters. We've led a lot at 3/4 time and been overrun. So it's about being able to manage momentum that sides get, especially in that last quarter when they've got nothing to lose and they take it on. And we've probably gone a bit more of the defensive side, trying to save the game. So hasn't worked. So we've got to, I suppose, get back on the horse and think of something else.
Josh, some say it'd be good for the club if they miss the finals. Do you subscribe to that theory that it would be a bit of a reality check?
Who's saying that?
Just some plaudits over in the East saying, you know, Eagles, David King a few weeks ago said Lacroix should never play a game again, but the belief is some of them saying, you know, we shouldn't be letting the Eagles play the finals, and then, you know, they miss out and they'll have a good clean out as well.
Well, mate, to be honest, that's absolutely rubbish. That's his opinion, and he's entitled to it. He's an experienced player and commentator, but, you know, to say that we shouldn't make finals, you know, like, I don't know, yeah. I don't even know how to answer that, because, yeah, I think it's completely rubbish.
Hey Joshy, what was it like having Pritter in the rooms but knowing he wasn't playing for a game?
What was it like? Yeah, I was obviously disappointed. Yeah, it's obviously disappointed that Pritter didn't play, but obviously that's match committee and the way they went about it. But one of the big things this week against the Saints is we lost the contested footy. We got smashed in it, so hoping that you know, Pritter's definitely putting his hand up this week to play, and hopefully match committee can select him, because I think we need someone to win that contested ball, and Pritter's the guy to do it.
Did you miss him yesterday, Josh? A lot of people will jump to the conclusion, well, if they had Matt Pritter, it might have been a different story. Did you feel like you missed him, especially in those important stages around the footy?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when you have your star players and your elite players out of the team, you obviously do miss them in certain areas and certain stages of the game. And Pritt is someone who brings, I suppose, he's that inside mid that brings that contested footy. So, yeah, obviously, personally, yeah, you do miss him, but we got guys in there that you know, should be able to handle that. So you put full trust in your other teammates.
Josh, has the handling of Matt Prittis' retirement, has that destabilised the playing group at all? Has that had any impact on the playing group?
Yeah, well, it's impacted a lot of us, I suppose, older players who have played with him, because you always think that Britt's going to go on forever. And he's been thinking about this decision for a while, and he could have played on next year, which we were all hoping he did, but you know, he's chosen the decision not to, and we respect that. And hopefully we can get these last 3 games with him, and he's going to be someone who's going to help us hopefully get the wins and play finals.
Can you talk about...
The coach says you're all in, the players are all in for the season, and does it feel like that? Yesterday did feel like that for most of the game. Does it feel like that for you as one of the senior players? Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, we're all in, from the club to the coaches to support staff to the players to everyone. So we've got the belief that, you know, we can play finals this year. So if there was any doubt in that, you know, there's no point playing. And we've had that all year. And yeah, like I said, we had it yesterday against St Kilda, but St Kilda were just too good.
Can you tell us your emotions of your good mate Mark Lacroix and what he's been through? The King comments seemed very disrespectful for a bloke who's been a great footballer for quite some time and maybe going through a tough time. How's he handled the last couple of months?
Yeah, I think he's gone about it pretty well. You know, he's been a fantastic player for many years, and for this club, and the service he's given has been remarkable. And we all go through form slumps, and it's going to come to a stage when I suppose you get over 30 and you're not performing, then all you guys and all the commentators will say it's time for you to move on. So that's the roller coaster of footy. It's something that I feel when I finish, I'm not going to miss, is that roller coaster. And everyone has it in life, business, work, family, all that stuff. But we're scrutinised a fair bit, and I think Lek has copped his fair share, and I think he's handling it pretty well.
Do you think you'll play next year?
I'm hoping to. I tell him every day that I hope he's playing next year, because no, I love playing with Lek, and to be able to, I suppose, play so close to him up forward, and you know, it'd be a sad day if he did leave, but I'm hoping that he does, and I hope that, you know, he pushes through all this, and yeah, it should be good.
He's answered the critics though, hasn't he? And to a certain extent, he's probably not even thinking about next year, is he? Because he's worried about playing finals, and the rest of it look after itself. He may not even want to go on himself.
No, yeah, that's it. You know, it's a decision for what he's going to have to make. And you know, the thing with Lek, he's always in the present. He doesn't really think too far into the future. So he does what he does with his training to get right for each game each week, and that's what he focuses on. So I couldn't think that, you know, he's thinking too far ahead, and he'd be only thinking about this week. And yeah, I think you know, hopefully at the end of the year, and whenever we do finish, I'll definitely be sitting down with a beer with him and making sure that he's playing.
Josh, how's your body since returning?
Yeah, it's been good. Calf's been good. That extra week probably did help a fair bit with it all. So I'm glad that the docs kind of overruled everything and gave me that extra week, because it's yeah, been feeling pretty good. Can
you believe that you're still, and I know it's a personal accolade and you're all about team, but can you believe you're still in the hunt for the Coleman medal after missing so many weeks, and you're only a couple behind? Yeah, look, I suppose it's pretty cool to be in that position, but mate, like I'd rather have won yesterday and not kicked any goals. So that's something that's going to be my mindset moving forward, because I can't really think about that, because if I start thinking about that, then it's probably going to be a detriment to the team and the role that I'm playing. So yeah, getting the wins these next 3 weeks is the main focus.
You're surprised how much of an impact you've had after missing 6 or 7 weeks? I.e., you've come back in and performed pretty well.
Yeah, look, I suppose it's not just me; it's the guys up the ground who have been able to deliver the footy, and we've had some good passages of play, and I've been lucky enough to be in the right position at the right time. So you know, it's a credit to the guys up the field and the way they transition the footy. I suppose giving me the opportunities to have a shot on goal, but yeah, look, I think having 5-6 weeks off has definitely freshened up the body a bit as well. So that's usually the time of the year when you start to get a bit sore and you want your break. So I was able to get that through an injury.